What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. So I already covered this game back in closed beta, so pretty much everything that I said in that video still applies to the global launch edition of the game, but I will do a nice little overview of what this game is all about, just in case you guys don't want to watch my other video for some reason. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you what my progress looks like, and of course we'll do a summon a little bit later in the video. If you guys are not familiar, this game will give you basically a Cliff Notes version of everything that happened in Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, and then Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, a game none of us really played. That game was like live for just a few months. I got a t-shirt though, it's great. So let's go ahead and jump on in to where I currently am in the game. Right now I am on the First Soldier's story arc, but you do go back and forth, right? So sometimes you're doing OG Final Fantasy VII, sometimes you're doing Crisis Core, and then sometimes you're doing First Soldier. I am kind of curious to see what's gonna happen long term. Right now, we really don't have to worry about that at the moment, but I don't know why they didn't just make this game like Final Fantasy Ever Crisis and not 7, but I digress. So as you're going through the story, you're going to get this nice blend of graphic styles, right? You got the old school Final Fantasy VII Resident Evil pre-rendered backgrounds with updated like low poly chibi models with a little bit of anime mixed with more modern remake Final Fantasy VII style graphics, right? Like it's a nice mix of all of them. Now there was a few things in my previous video that I wasn't able to show off, co-op being one of them. So we'll go ahead and do a co-op encounter right now, fighting against this red dragon. Recommended battle power is going to be 13,200. I am good to go with 16,000. We'll go ahead and hit recommended party. It's a nice little quality of life that automatically sets up my Cloud to bring the weakness of the enemy I'm going to fight, right? So the enemy that we're going to be fighting against is going to be weak against these two element types right over here. And as you can see, my Cloud has been set up with Blizzara as well as Ruin, so we're good to go. Now, when you're in co-op, the game automatically sets everyone to autoplay, which is not a bad thing. Like I alluded to in my previous video on this game, dude, the autoplay, the AI in this game is really solid. If the enemy is weak against certain element types, your character will only focus on using those element types to attack the boss. If the red dragon, for example, is doing this big wind-up attack where you have to use the Ruin ability to interrupt him, the game will automatically focus on only using the Ruin attacks in order to interrupt the boss to make sure that they don't do their big massive telegraph. Very straightforward. The game will automatically flip you in and out of offensive stances and defensive stances. So in a situation like that where the boss can't attack, the game will automatically flip you to offensive stances, and then when it's time for you to get hit by big attacks, the game will flip you back to defensive stances. The game will also cast heals and barriers at very intelligent times, I must say. Dare I say, maybe 98.7% of the people that are going to be playing this game are most likely only going to be playing this game on autoplay until you do your ultimates. The ultimates are the only thing that the AI won't do automatically, which can make a difference, but for the most part when it comes to combat here in Final Fantasy VII, it's mostly going to be a hands-off affair. Outside of story and co-op content, you have your solo content as well. You have daily quests that are available every day at reset. You have your enhancement quests, which is all about powering up your weapons, powering up your characters, powering up your materia. Next up, you have your tried and true quintessential endless tower mode called the Battle Tower. And then the final gameplay mode is called Dungeons. You have normal as well as high difficulty versions of these dungeons. And these give you an opportunity to revisit locations from the story in order to defeat bosses and get summoning crystals, gacha tickets, things of that nature. Now, so far, in order to get a 3-star on these stages, is basically defeat all the encounters and get all the treasure chests, right? So you can see a treasure chest right back here. I got to defeat this boss first. There are randomized encounters as well. Dude, what's up with this loading screen? Go ahead and leave that completely dull black background in the game. I am using BlueStacks N64. It's the only emulator that I can find that works on Final Fantasy VII. It's not bad. I say it's a little choppy. It's not super fluid, but I think the game is running at 30 frames per second. So that might be the fault of the emulator as well as the game. I would love for this bad boy just to have a PC client, but I digress. The game can get a little grindy, at least right now in the honeymoon period, where most of us have like 30 or 40 stamina pots, but I don't think that problem is going to persist. You know, once we kind of blow through all those stamina pots, it's quite easy to drain all of your stamina by using the multiply stamina feature. So after you defeat a stage, you can multiply how much stamina you use, basically a 3x stamina usage to get 3 times the drops, right? So it's gonna make it really easy to kind of blow through your stamina once again we get out of the honeymoon period. We don't have an inventory full of stamina potions, and that's pretty much the entire game as it currently stands. You got the story campaign mode, solo content, which is basically all of your daily resource grinds. You have co-op content, which is co-op content, events that are coming soon, and Chocobo, which is basically just a tried and true dispatch mode with Chocobos, which makes it better, but it's still a dispatch mode. So let's go ahead and end this video off as we always do with a nice little summon session. Now do keep in mind, this is a weapon-based gacha. All of the characters you're gonna be given for free. It's the weapons that you're gonna be gachaing for, right? So right now, there are 2 special banners which basically take this red crystal, which is a paid crystal, not a free-to-play crystal. So these are basically 2 paid banners. We have the featured banner with Cloud and Barrett, and then we have a bunch of ticket summons here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do these 5-star weapon gacha tickets that we got, I guess, from pre-registration, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. And all the other rewards that we got for global launch. We'll let one full summon animation play out, but it's basically 1v1 versus Cloud, baby. And the more he goes all out, I guess the better the summons. He ain't wearing a cute outfit though, so that doesn't bode too well. He's wearing just the OG. But we'll run up on this guy here. It's time for a little bit of cross slash, omni slash, one of them slashes. So here's our guaranteed 5-star weapon for Cloud, which is great. Very cool. This is the enhanced sword. That doesn't sound very good. Dude, that sounds like some fodder. The enhanced sword. Oh, that's the sword used for enhancing. No, dude, it's an enhanced sword. All right, let's do another one here. Red 13 in the place to be. Haven't really used him too much just yet. A lot of the story is going to force you to use like preset teams, and so far the game hasn't forced me to use Red 13 yet, so he's kind of falling behind. Looks like this is going to be a little Tifa glove set, the grand gloves, looking good. And then the rest of these tickets I picked up just by playing the game, doing quests, achievements, things of that nature. But so far I only have 5 for each character, and I just can't push myself to do 5 single pulls. I gotta wait until I get a full multi before I summon on any of these. Is it just me? Hopefully not. But I will do a featured pull here. We'll go ahead and do one of these bad boys. I really should just wait, because I feel like this is going to be a bait banner. Tifa's like right around the corner probably, but Cloud is pretty much my most powerful character in this game. You're going to notice that quite a bit when you do co-op. You're going to be co-oping with a lot of Clouds because he's going to be everyone's most powerful character, because a lot of the tutorial stuff kind of makes you power up Cloud in some way. We're just going to go ahead and skip this bad boy rapid fire style. Did we get anything good? Nope, just a bunch of nothing. The load times are a little long to go through this summon session, so we'll chop this up with the power of editing a little bit. Dude, I am getting completely shafted here. Finally got another legendary. This one's gonna be for Zack. Type 99 longsword. Very nice. I got a triple stamp on that one, so that sword is coming home, baby. So when it comes to my higher rarity swords, I have my Buster Sword, which is all about Braver. You can see some of the additional abilities here, like boost HP, attack boost, etc. We have Thunder Strike over here, which boosts physical attack, boosts my Lightning Pot. Boost my Lightning Pot, got it. Also a Sigil boost there. Then we have my Enhanced Sword, which is all about Blizzaga, boost attack, boost Ice Pot. Dude, what is that? Potency, I got it. Attack boost, magic boost, etc, etc. So we'll go ahead and enhance by using some of these grindstones. Enhance that bad boy. It also takes some in-game gold as well, or gil I should say. Now it's level 20. Next thing I need to do is use this in-game material to uncap the level. We'll go ahead and uncap that. Very straightforward. Now we can go up to level 30, and you can see additional abilities are being unlocked as well. Now it's level 30. Very nice. We'll hit another uncap level here. I do actually have the materials. Very nice. Uncap it one more again. That'll take us all the way up to level 40. And I'm probably out there. So yep, we can only go up to level 36 out of 40, which means it's now time for us to grind for some grindstones. The game has a nice little quality of life that'll take you exactly to the stage where you can get these as drops. I can probably go one stage higher actually. Yeah, we can totally do weapon enhancement 6. So here we are, 35,000 power is recommended. I have 38, so I'm good to go. Ooh, took some damage there. Now, remember what I said a little bit earlier? The autoplay pretty much does everything for you, but it will not cast your ultimate. So what I'll do here, I'm actually just gonna chill. Actually, I want to cast Healing Wind on its own, because if I don't, they're gonna waste points trying to cure each other. So we'll just go ahead and use the ultimate to get some regen going. We still need to break this here, so we just need to do things like Ruin in order to break this bar here. That should be good. They're gonna take more damage. I just wanna wait until this guy is down, and then we'll go ahead and do Cloud's Blade Beam, which is an AoE attack, not the strongest. I can power that up a little bit more. Grenade Bomb, which is a single target attack, which will be a little bit more effective. Not that effective either, but his weapon game, Barrett's weapon game right now is mad weak at the moment. I have not really been paying attention a lot to Barrett, but we should be good here. You can see the game just flipped me to offensive stance because we're at the kind of the final, but just switch to defense because it looked like he was about to attack me. Look how crazy it's going when it's flipping back and forth to offense, defense. Now it switched to defense because it knew I was gonna get hit. Now it switched back to offensive stance. Like, these are things that even if I wanted to play manually, I wouldn't be like flipping back and forth this much. I just wouldn't. So autoplay, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, is really, really solid in this game. So I wouldn't expect too much manual gameplay. I guess we'll see when the actual events come. So there you go, those are the grindstones that I was looking for. So we'll continue to grind these bad boys out so I can power up all of my new weapons. Like I talked about a little bit earlier in the video, here is the stamina boost. So now we're gonna get 3 times the rewards. I'll go ahead and pop, oh dude, I'm out of stamina tonic. I've reached the end. But this would be a situation where I would pop my stamina potion and do a ×3 on this one to drain it out faster. But I think what we'll do now, since we're out of stamina pots, it's time, oh! It is time for reset. I was just about to say, I'm gonna log off until reset hits. But guess what, dudes? Reset done hit. All right, so welcome back to a new day. So we'll go ahead and get our little login bonus. You can see plenty of crystals here as you log in for the next 15 days. We have our jumpstart login bonus. This is gonna give us materia booster to level up, spells like Cura, Fire, things of that nature. Some Gil here, and also a gotcha ticket coming up, a 5-star weapon gotcha ticket. And that is pretty much it. So that will do it, my friends. A nice look at Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. I need to look at getting myself another Chocobo, though. I got 80 of these little Chocobo tokens. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this one. Why not? We'll go ahead and buy this Chocobo here. Looks good. And I should be able to... All right, so we got that Chocobo. Can I send off another expedition? Oh, it cost me 500 for another slotty yaddy yaddy? Whatever. I'll go ahead and expand my Chocobo slot here. And I think as far as what I want them to bring back, I'll just go for these common drops down here. Use my spare Chocobo, and there you go. Sounds good.